Sagittarius, hi, welcome back to Cardinal Fire Tarot. This is going to be your 2023 recap and your 2024 projection reading. I'm just kind of merging the two together. But first, couple of announcements. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, January is the last month to book a reading at the prices that they're at right now. I am going to be kind of revamping the readings that I offer and the descriptions of them, and in doing so, the prices are going to change some. So, if you're interested in booking with me before I do that, go to cardinalfiretarot.com and all the information that you need is right there. Past, present, future reading right now is only $35. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check it out. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok at Cardinal Fire Tarot. I post daily over there with quotes, readings, things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by pulling some oracle cards. Then we're going to kind of talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to get into the tarot too. All right, let me find the one that fell on the floor. And then I'm going to pull some from this oracle deck as well. And then we'll go ahead and get into what all of this means. All right, so this first column here is overall energy. So this is the overall energy for 2023, and this is the overall energy for 2024. So for 2023, we have yin and yang, and then we have courage. So this is accepting all aspects of yourself. This is having the courage to look within at your shadow self, at the less than desirable character defects that you have, at your traumas, at your generational curses. It's the willingness to meet all of that ickiness eye to eye. And then overall energy for 2024, we've got the angel of love and acceptance. This to me, I mean, self-love. So 2023 is when you're acknowledging, I've got a lot of buried stuff that needs addressing. 2024 is where you find that acceptance in yourself and you find that worthiness in yourself and you allow yourself to love yourself. That was a lot of saying yourself in one sentence. All right, then this next column here, this is the lessons learned. So for 2023, we have second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and patience. And it says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. So you can't, I mean, you can, but Spirit was trying to teach you last year not to just follow impulse, not to just run full speed ahead. Your sacral is your passion, right? That's where your sex drive is. That's where your creativity, your, passion and motivation and all that good stuff. So having the patience to rein that in for the right timing can be very hard. Then lesson to be learned in 2024, we have indecision and success. So what does success mean to you? Is it the big house with the nice cars and the, corporate 9 to 5 job? Or is it, a house with a family in it that's full of love and, running around, kids yelling and dirtiness and messiness everywhere? Is that success for you? Is it simply leaning into your authenticity as much as possible? Is that success for you? That's the lesson that you're going to be working on this coming year. In your challenge of 2023 in this year past, you have fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, and pride. So somebody may have a little bit of a hard time opening up the heart chakra and allowing themselves to be vulnerable because they are because your pride won't let you, which is, I mean, there is pride and we all know what that means, but then we also have to think about it at a level of that pride is there in an attempt to protect us. There's a fear of vulnerability, of being vulnerable, and that pride rears its head up, and that's what stands in the way and what protects us from the potential hurts of the world. So your challenge this past year was letting your guard down and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to be open, to be loved. And then for 2024, for the year coming up, you have action and indecision. So you have had indecision come out twice. So don't allow fear or indecision to keep you stagnant. Make the move. Even if you don't know what you're doing, make the move anyways. Even if you feel inadequate, make the move. Even if you don't know that this is the move you want to make it anyways. If it's not, you can always change directions later on. Don't allow indecision to keep you stagnant. All right, now we're going to look at strengths. So for your strength for 2023, you have woman holding a heart and change. So whereas your challenge was to open your heart space, your strength was that you were opening your heart space. It goes as both, but you are allowing this chakra to open and to change in order to allow the new in. And then in your strength for the upcoming year, you have Angel of Balance and Health. It says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. The body to soul connection is so complex and so just absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know if any of you have read Body Keeps the Score, but it's how your body holds on to all those traumas. And so taking care of this vessel is synonymous with taking care of your soul. They are. While they're different, they are also one and the same. So, are you going to get very far if on the 1st you made a New Year's resolution? Oh, I can't even talk. And you're not eating any carbs, and you're going to run for 2 hours every day, and blah, 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 blah. And you're going to shame yourself into getting into shape. Are you? Or are you going to burn out after a week and don't don't do anything to improve for the rest of the year? However, if you go into it from a state of balance, from I could eat a bag of chips right now, or I could eat a handful of blueberries. It's just blueberries. It doesn't have to be that stressful. It doesn't have to be shameful. It can be a choice made from love. I love myself enough to put nutrients in my body that are going to help me as opposed to hinder me. And then this right here is what you are leaving behind with what you are what you are leaving behind in 2023. You got first chakra, Archangel Michael, and empathy. So if you are an empath and you are seeing all the horrors of the world, all the wars happening and all the natural disasters and the famines and the school shootings and all of that, and you allow yourself to absorb that energy, you are going to completely lose your stability and your foundational energy, which would be the root chakra. I am safe. I am secure. I am grounded. Those kind of feelings. And so the goal isn't to completely disconnect. The goal is to observe without absorbing. Or don't. And what I mean by that is I don't watch the news. And I'm not any worse off for it. If there is something big enough, I promise you I'm going to hear it. A coworker's going to say something. Somebody's going to post something on Instagram. I promise if there is something that is going to affect me, I will see it. However, do I need to know about every bombing and shooting that happens in the world? No. Because how can I come in as a star seed with the intention of raising the vibrational frequency of this planet and then allow this planet to drag me down to its vibrational frequency? That defeats the purpose, you know? So it's not necessarily ignorance is bliss, it's just, knowing your limits. And then this is what you are taking with you into 2024. You have broken heart, caring connections, imagination, and humor. This is the complexity of life. This is how you can love somebody and be mad at them at the same time. How you can be hurt and still find humor in the situation. How you can be in a happy relationship and still imagine where you would like to go and how you would like to evolve with that person in the future. This is duality. And knowing that just because I'm mad at them doesn't mean that I no longer love them. It's not black and white like that, and it's not extreme like that. Just because my feelings are hurt doesn't mean that that was their intention. Things like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into tarot. We're going to start by getting some for the overall energy of 2023. So we were talking about having the courage to look at the darker aspects of yourself. Then we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So you're making very masculine, calculated movements forward, or at least you were in 23. Knight of Swords, masculine energy. Knight of Pentacles, masculine energy. So the movements you were making were logical ones. However, you were beginning to, there was that little voice in the back of your head being like, but what makes me passionate? What makes me excited? What makes me, those kind of questions were starting to come up. So it was the beginning of the process. I don't see a whole lot of evolution at this point, but that's 2023's right there. So let's get some tarot for the overall energy of 2024 with this self-love that you got going on this year. All right, so we have the Hermit, the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. Yes. So, thinking very masculine, thinking very logically, suppressing the feminine and the emotional. Then going into 2024, all of a sudden, you are accepting who you are with all aspects of your being and manifesting from that point of emotions. And doing so, opening a whole world of knowledge and of like universal knowledge too. It's like tapping into the Akashic records, It's like you learn the secret of self-love. You've learned the secret of not having to hustle and work your ass off for every single thing. You've learned the secret to abundance. So that all started here and it's going into 2024. And the progress is just continuing. Now let's look at the lessons learned in 23. This one was where we were talking about kind of curbing some of that impulsivity. All right, we have 7 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. All of this comes from lack mindset. 7 of Wands, I have to defend what I have in order to keep it. Wrong. 5 of Swords, I have to do whatever it takes to win at all costs because I can't be the loser. There's only one winner. Wrong. 4 of Pentacles, I have to cling to everything I have and I have to be very possessive of it in order to keep it and so I don't lose it. Wrong. So you have all of these concepts of lack, which are making you want to just balls to the wall, make decisions like that. And in reality, it needs to be curbed with some patience. It needs to be curbed with some faith. First of all of this is coming from lack, which is the opposite of faith. And with some planning and some thinking. There seems to be a theme here, Sagittarius, and you're reading already, of just duality in general. You've got masculine logic, then you've got feminine fear, then you've got broken heart and caring connections. I mean, you've got self-love as opposed to, being unwilling to even look within. Like, it's just a whole lot of duality, which is always such a funny place to be in because mixed emotions are bizarre. Like, how can I be happy and sad at the same time? But you can. Like, emotions weren't hard enough. Let's go ahead and create opposing emotions at the same time. Have fun with that one. All right, now we're getting clarifiers on the lessons in 2024. In order for you to be successful, you need to make a decision. You have success with indecision. Then you have the 6 of Wands, which is success. You've got the Seven of Cups, which is the card of decisions, and you've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is the card of planting seeds. You need to make a decision which direction you're heading in order to plant the seeds for your future success. That's the lesson of the upcoming year. Make a move. Do not stay in stagnancy. Make a move. Even if you are unsure, do it anyways. Now we're going to move on to your challenge in 2023. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, Strength, the Nine of Swords, and the Tower. I'm going to hurt them before they hurt me. I'm going to leave before they leave me. I'm going to keep my walls up so that they can't use any of the information against me. I mean, that is that energy there. That Queen of Wands is almost like it's the opposite of a womanizer, a player. I don't know. But you've got that very much love them and leave them kind of energy. Then you have Strength, which is I'm not letting my walls down. I'm not being vulnerable. I'm standing my ground. Nine of Swords is that fear of opening the heart space. And then the Tower is watching everything crumble because you were so damn stubborn that you wouldn't open up to allow it in. That was your challenge for this past year. Now let's look at your challenge for the upcoming year in 2024. All right, we have the Star, the Two of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Just like we said right here, make a move, make a decision, make a move, do something. Your challenge is to follow your path when it comes to the people and the relationships in your life. So you have all these issues with having closed heart chakra for a fear of lack over here. And all of a sudden, your challenge for the new year is to follow the path and to take action when it comes to your connections and your love. With the Five of Cups coming through. What's this Five of Cups? It's grieving whatever. It's grieving this version of yourself that kept you safe for so long. It is grieving the people that you lost through these lessons. It is grieving, it's grieving every version of yourself along the way. So you don't have to actually tangibly lose something in order to have that grief. There are a lot of things changing. You guys, I just sucked up a piece of glass in my drink. This cup, so cute, right? My mom got it for me for Christmas. And then my dog just knocked it off the table. And I didn't notice it, but the straw broke. And so then I just sucked up that piece of glass in that drink. That's minorly dangerous. Okay. Where were we? Let's go ahead and move on and get some tarot for your strength in this past year in 2023. We have the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. There was a fluidity in this past year. And what I mean by that is, though you hit a lot of roadblocks with your heart chakra and with it being closed and with there being a lot of fear revolved around there, you still made progress in that you were willing to persevere forward despite not seeing results. You've got the Four of Swords, which is the card of rest and no movement. But you've got the Six of Swords, which is the card of moving on to calmer waters. And then the Two of Pentacles, which is the card of juggling. So you're trying to juggle what you learned here versus what you're trying to unlearn here versus everything else that's happening in your life. You're not seeing results. However, you are still moving forward. That's your strength. That's your strength. Even though there wasn't like night and day changes that happened, it's still evolution. It's still progression. And that was your strength from this past year. Let's look at your strength for 2024. All right, we have Queen of Cups, Justice, Five of Wands. As you hope, as you open your heart chakra, and as you work on your spiritual being, your physical being will follow suit. And it's because your internal world manifests your external world, right? So as you work on yourself as a spiritual being, then you are going to be drawn to reflect that in your physical being. So instead of swimming upstream and fighting this, again, like we were saying with the New Year's resolutions, don't make a resolution to go run 5 miles tomorrow if you haven't ran in 20 years. However, if as you move forward in your spiritual journey, you come across something about living a cyclical lifestyle and, in sync with your menstrual cycle, or find something that has to do with living in sync with the lunar calendar, or you find something about, how to keep your blood sugar at a balanced, place, or whatever, and it resonates with you, just go with it. Again, you don't have to count calories and run every single day and weigh yourself every morning. Like, you can just pick the blueberries over the chocolate. And that is still a win. All right, let's get some tarot for what you are leaving behind with you in 2024. Or what you are leaving behind in 2023. That is, I guess we'll take them. All right, we got the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. That's a lot. Give me just a second to process what just came out. The world is not as fucked as it seems. News really highlights the negative parts of humanity. We as humans like to focus on the negative side of our lives, and we would rather complain than meet one another in a space of gratitude. And because of that, it's so easy to move forward with this, with your guard up, like, the world is coming to get me, so I'm going to be prepared, and I'm not letting anything in. That's so easy to do, but it gets you nowhere. So that mentality is getting left behind in 2023. And as you move into 2024, you're going to follow your heart and your passion, and you are going to make moves despite not knowing for sure the outcome, despite the lack of seeming foundation stability. Make it anyways. Make the move because your heart guided you to that space. All right. And let's go ahead and get some tarot for what you are taking with you into 2024. All of these cards of duality you got going on over here. All right, we got Six of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Four of Cups. You create your reality. So you have all of this duality within you, as do all of us. Which one do you give your attention to? Which one do you nurture? So you could show up in a space of giving and openness and love and connection, or you could show up in a space of heartache and pain and bitterness and apathy. Your choice. Your choice. And so the duality is going to exist, but you get to decide how much you focus where. All right. Sagittarius, I'm going to go ahead and close off your reading by pulling an affirmation card for you. Travel. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Travel and take action in this coming year. So that is what I have for you. If you resonate with the reading, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, all that good stuff that helps the channel grow. And then keep in mind, if you want to book a personal reading with me, definitely get that in sometime this month, cardinalfiretarot.com. And I will see you next time. Bye.